Hi friends, I'm Phoebe, that's Paul in the background. Say hi to Paul the girl cat for me in the comments. We are on a music discovery journey where I catch up on all the music I missed out on over the years and share my great finds with you on this channel. So please like and subscribe if you can. Every little helps. Thank you so much if you do. We're checking out Distant today. I have not heard of Distant before, but I was looking at some releases from this week and wanted to check some bands out, actually share some new ones with you. So please keep listening, because this really helps with anyone that needs a bit more love, I would say. Few bands combine energy, intensity and extreme brutality the way that deathcore juggernauts Distant do. Even fewer bands are able to crush the listener in such an immersive conceptual experience, joined not only by the thematic lyricism but a novel of written lore to accompany it. I love a bit of lore. I've been delving down the Sleep Token rabbit hole lately. Distant, however, are one of those bands that are able to do both and then some. Hailing in one part from Rotterdam, the Netherlands, and the other from Bratislava, Slovakia. Bratislava, sorry, I know that place. Distant combines elements of hyper-dissonant down-tempo deathcore, slam and brutal death metal, and beatdown to create a vicious world of heaviness. Say no more. We're going to be listening to Nothing Left by Distant. Let's see. It's 3 minutes and 12. Here we go. Oh, hang on. Definitely cut them off at the start. Heavy. We'll go to the lyrics next. Jeez. Oh, fuck. That was really dark, really heavy. I don't know why my buttons are being weird today. Damn. That was so dark. It's talking about the darkness from your past, carrying it with you like a chain. It's heavy. It's hard to shake. Oh my gosh, nothing left to hate but me. Like, it's this self-loathing as well. Struggling in a dark place because it's so dark, basically. I carry every version of myself that failed. I drag them behind me like a fucking chain. That was so deep, so powerful, but like, feels like a cry for help. But it says, I never needed help. I needed someone to watch me fall. Perhaps they need someone to watch them fall to the darkest of times to be able to get out of them. Let's break down the lyrics then, because I know some of you be saying, I couldn't make out some of the lyrics. Obviously, they had some on the screen, which I think is really useful when you're watching a music video, but also it adds to that darkness with like hardcore, deathcore, the heavier stuff. I always think that it just adds that more depth, and you can look them up, but this one was quite powerful. Okay, nothing left to hate. I guess, you know, when you've lost everything, you have nothing else to lose. Got nothing left. Surely the only way is up from there. You would hope. Okay. It keeps cutting off the start. I don't know why it does that. All right, from the beginning, it starts off heavy. It means business. It's dark, it's loud. Fast. Not fast, sorry. Right. There's a lot to unpack in that first section. I never needed help. I needed someone to watch me fall. So we've listened to that bit and we've talked about what that might come across as. How many times did I build myself out of nothing? When you're from such a dark place, you build yourself out of nothing. Somehow we are resilient like that, right? Can't even explain it sometimes. But then the destructive side, just to tear it all down again. It's like one step forward and two steps back. You got so far and then it crumbled. That is huge defeating vibes. That it's so hard to come back again and again when you've already had a low point, come out, it was good, to crumble again. How many promises did I stitch into my own skin just to rip them out when no one stayed? Fuck. Stitching promises to your own skin, is that just like, I don't know. It feels like deep scars, but I don't know. When no one stayed, obviously that feels like that's heartbreaking. People don't stay. There are many reasons why people don't stay, but ultimately it makes us feel lonely. It makes us feel like no one wants to be around us. We're not people that others want to be around, and you can really berate yourself for that. But promises stitch into your skin just to rip them out when no one stayed. Perhaps again it's this progress, and I'm gonna do it this time no matter what. Nothing's gonna stop me. Oh, no one stayed. Right, fuck this. Whatever. I said that, but now I don't really, you know, I'm doing something else because I'm frustrated. I've cracked. I can't do this. Perhaps it's easier said than done, isn't it? Every mirror I broke, every door I slammed, every fist I threw at the air, it's aggression. It's taking out aggression from frustration. Okay. Oh god, it's really powerful, really heavy, but really, really sad. Vocals are really powerful, really strong, loud, good screams. The drums, earlier on I said it's fast. There was a section of drums that was super fast, but it has got quite a steady pace to it. You can headbang along and it's steady. I was screaming for someone to make it stop, but I knew it had to be me. So you don't need help because you know deep down that you are the one that has to do this. No one else can do that. I was screaming for someone to make it stop. So I was screaming for help, but I knew deep down it had to be me. And then it follows up with, and it never was. So it's almost like blaming himself for it because he didn't help himself. But also there are so many reasons why we don't. It's not that easy. It's not that straightforward. Pulling ourselves out of a bad place or stopping ourselves, intervening with our own selves, having an intervention with myself. How easy is that? It's almost like, oh, right, I'm supposed to do it. And even if you do know and you don't, that's quite sad. I knew it had to be me, and it never was. Reflecting on it and realizing that it never was as well can be quite defeating. It's highlighting another, in his mind, failure. It never was suggests that it's all in the past. It never was. It almost like giving up. It had to be me, but it never was. It's like loss of all hope because there's no thinking about, oh, maybe in the future I could change that. Maybe it is coming from a better place, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's still from this low place that couldn't get out of. He couldn't get out of. I saw the cracks form. I watched the floor give out. I was the first to leave myself behind. God, I was the first to give up on me. That's heartbreaking. The thing is that he's been saying this with his other lyrics already, but just that, it's quite powerful, isn't it? I was the first to leave myself behind. It said no one else stayed. But he had already given up on himself at that point. He watched himself fall, watched the floor give out, saw the cracks form. He saw it all happening, unfolding in front of him, and he gave up. Jeez. So that section, obviously I already read ahead of what it said. Perhaps that's useful as well. But then, so I was the first to leave myself behind. Nothing left to patch. Nothing left to... There's nothing left. I've got nothing to create something anymore. It's all gone. I have no energy. There's literally nothing in the tank anymore. Nothing left to hate but me. I did this. And it repeats that again. Nothing left to patch, nothing left to hate but me. Then comes, I filled every empty space with noise, with blood, and every time I said I'm fine, it felt more like a loaded gun than a lifeline. Shit. I ran my hands through the ashes of what I could have been. Oh. Again, I filled every empty space with noise, with blood. It's talking about being distracted, being angry, perhaps, avoidant of the situation, which a lot of us are. In bad situations, we might be avoidant and in denial because we don't want to face it. Why would we? It's not fun. But if we don't face it, what's going to come of that? Nothing. And we're going to fall deeper and deeper into that headspace, which it's kind of showing here. Every time I said I'm fine, it felt more like a loaded gun than a lifeline. Just one step further down. I'm fine. It's a lie, isn't it? It's not real. Kind of die inside when you say it when it's not true, because you know the reality. And I guess there's feelings of shame around that, or embarrassment in your own self because you can't be honest with yourself and with others. I ran my hands through the ashes of what could have been, what I could have been. It's talking about it's all crumbled. It's in the past. I am in the past. I could have been better. I could have done better, but I gave up. And I'm looking at that and reflecting on how awful that feels. The ashes of what could have been. That's all I am now. It's so deep. Drums. I love the different pacing of each section, each vocal section. It makes it more dramatic. Drums are incredible, guitars are incredible as well. This vocals, very heavy. Crushed every second chance like it owed me something. Oh man. Almost that entitled behaviour. And it has proven to be destructive. I was supposed to be better, but I can't stay human long enough to heal. It's so far gone, it feels. I was supposed to be better. I should have... This should have been better. This should have worked out better. Next is, I carry every version of myself that failed. I drag them behind me like a fucking chain. That gets me. Ah. The bit though, I was the first to leave myself behind as well. I'm still processing that. Jeez. Just a I did miss out because I'm following the lyrics on this. It doesn't show that they put that bit in again from earlier. How many times did I build myself out of nothing just to tear it all down again? How many promises did I stitch into my own skin just to rip them out when no one stayed? Every mirror I broke, every door I slammed, every fist I threw at the air. So that came in again before the I carry heavy version of myself that failed, and I drag them behind me like a fucking chain. And then this, just so dramatic.
I carry every version of myself that fell. I drag them behind me like a fucking chain.
Man, just crazy, incredible, rough. So the last section, crumble where I stand, bury me in the walls I built. That's powerful. That is powerful. I was the storm. I was the silence after. That's nuts as well. The storm's this loud, chaotic whirlwind, violence, anger, frustration, and then the silence after. The calm before the storm, the silence after the storm. It's being everything but nothing all at once, it feels. I was everything I said I'd never be. And he repeats that again. I was everything I said I'd never be. You tell yourself you don't want to do this, you don't want to be like that, you don't want to act this way. And then you become this thing that you didn't want to be. Like, yeah, of course, you're going to feel rubbish about that. I can't even tell the difference anymore. It's from a place of complete and utter resignation, giving up. I can't do this. I'm done. I really hope that if that's come from a personal place, I hope that there is more to come. I've been in dark places, and I'm sure loads of people can relate, being at the lowest and feeling like, what is the point of doing this? What is the point of trying? Building yourself up from nothing just to tear it down again, being destructive, repeating the cycle. But somehow something keeps us going, and if we hold on, it can get better. I read a quote last night. I can't remember how it is, but basically suicide cuts off any hope of it getting better. It eliminates, it stops things, but it stops things getting worse, but it also stops things from getting better. I can't remember the actual quote. It was quite profound. It was quite interesting. But I hope they can find hope, something to hang on to, because it's rough out there. Life is rough. This world, it makes me sad thinking about how we're in this state we are now. Why we're in this state we're in now. There's many reasons, and it feels like this is a nightmare. It's a joke. The world has become a joke, and it's really easy to just lose all hope, but there is still good in this world. Anyway, that was really cool. That was Distant with Nothing Left to Hate. It was only released earlier this week as well. That was really cool. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to our patrons over on Patreon who support the channel as well. But you can also join for free, so you don't need to join as a paid member. Paid membership gets you a little shout out at the end of our videos. That's the incentive for that. But no pressure at all. You being here supports the channel massively. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And on that note, from myself and Paul the girl cat. Oh, she moved. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.